Hello, this is Sumanto Day, and welcome to my lessons, SD Lessons. Today, I will come up with a new story, a new experience, a new true story with one of my students when I just started my career as a teacher. And I was myself young, I was in my youth. I just took up teaching as an accident. Just it happened, just destiny pulled me into teaching profession, and I just completed my university and was doing management courses. That was the time when I joined a school nearby outside my hometown, and I need to travel there. So there I was young and I was immature myself. I did not have the knowledge how to handle students. And students are of various types. Some will be very silent type. They are different. They are silent. They will be doing their work quietly. But all children are not same. Some children will be naughty. Some will be hyperactive. Some have their own problems, their own issues. So there are different type of children. And children needs to be understood. All individual children are different. They need to be understood. That understanding I I did not have at that time. I was just learning. It was my learning process. So this story which I am coming up, I have titled it as a new lesson. So it was a lesson for me. And you see in the pic one of the students. It was the year 1991. So I'm talking about some 32 years ago. And that means a pretty long time. And I was very young myself. So this child, he was in class 8. If my memory is good, then most likely this child was in class 8 and I was taking their science classes. This boy is to be very, very jovial, very happy all the time, happy going type, and up to all kind of pranks. He used to keep the class all the time naughty, all the time doing something or the other and making his friends laugh. But then at the same time, a bit of disturbance and irritation for the teacher at times. It used to be. I used to enjoy. I remember this child all of a sudden in one day, not all of a sudden. One day he comes and tells, "Hi Salman sir," he told me. And I did not know this Salman or Shah Rukh or Amir. They had just come to the scene those days, 91. I think they had their debut, these heroes. And I was also young, maybe looking one of them. I used to find all kind of heroes in me and then used to call me, "Hi Salman sir." I say, "Who is Salman?" He said, "You don't know, sir. Lovely film has come, you need to watch. And Salman is a very nice, my favorite hero, and you are my favorite hero," he said. I said, "That's good, thank you for that, but then you keep quiet and sit down and let me take my class." But then this fellow used to be jovial all the time. He wanted to have fun, he wanted to tell some filmy dialogues and that used to make others laugh, but then create a little bit of disturbance while teaching. So on one such occasion, when I was seriously taking my class, this boy was up to his own pranks and he said something, some dialogue. Maybe he said some dialogue. And then the whole class was laughing. I got irritated. Now, every day, that day, I was not in good mood. So I said, "See, you remain quiet, otherwise, I will send you out." He stood up. He stood up and he did some moves of one of the heroes. He did some move and that got into my nerves. I picked up a scale from the desk nearby and I gave him a whacking. So this boy, trying to be more smart, he gave his other hand. He said, "Why?" That means to say that why one? Only one will not do. You give me another one. So I gave him another one in the other hand. Then he gave the other hand. So why one or two? Why not 3? So, in that manner, so that was quite irritating. And now this boy, he gave his, he kept on giving his right and left hand like that. So I whacked him again. Unfortunately, the ruler, which was a steel ruler, and the way he was jumping and moving, so it got in a bad part of his hand, and between the fingers means the web, the thin skin. So he got it there, and unfortunately, he got a cut. He got a gash there. Cut. It started bleeding profusely. I was very worried. I was petrified. I was scared. I was very worried. And it was bleeding very badly. Some of the senior teachers came rushing, and then they did the help, whatever help he required. He was given the first aid. The school authority advised me that I should take the child to his house and talk to his parents to make the situation calm. So I took the child. The child was in pain. It was a bad injury. I felt very, very bad. I regretted a lot. I was feeling very bad. I was feeling very scared too. And he was taken. I took him to his house. I took an auto. His house was 1 kilometer far away. I took him there. And when his parents came out, they say, "Oh, some mischief. He might have done some mischief to you, sir. Sorry to give you the trouble." I said, "No, this time the mischief is not done by him. I'm sorry. I'm feeling very bad. The mischief is done by me, and I'm so sorry for that." Parents said, "No, no, 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 no problem, sir." Seeing me that the teacher is telling like that, they felt very bad. They said, "Sir, please come in, have tea. We'll take care of him. Don't worry for that. That's a small cut. He requires 1 or 2 stitches. That's all. Don't worry for that. Come and have tea." I say, "No, Mr. and Mrs. Khan," I said. His title was Khan, I remember. Please, I'm sorry, and I'll come some other day. Please take care of him." So I went back to school. It was okay. And after 2 or 3 days, this child comes. Now, he was not smiling. He did not have the jovial mood. He was not enjoying. He had a bandage, a big bandage, and he had come, and I was feeling really, really bad for him. Bad for him. I was so worried. He came. He was not talking to me. He was moving around in the school. I was thinking that he really means the child who always follows me, or the child who always finds some kind of heroism in me. Now, this child is not talking with me. I was also not feeling good for that. But then, at the end of the day, he came to me. And his eyes were down. He was looking down. He did not look at me. And then he took out something from his bag. It was a rose. It was a rose. Nicely trimmed, nicely wrapped in a plastic paper. And he gave the rose to me. And he said, "Sorry, sir. I am so sorry. You had to take all the trouble only for me. I am really sorry, sir." This incident brought tears to my eyes. I learned a lot. It was a big lesson for me from that child. I understood the meaning of sorry. Even if someone is right or wrong, if you're wrong, if you are right, if you are right and the other person is wrong, but still, if you go and say sorry, there is no harm. You don't become small, you become big. People respect you. And the respect I had for the child, even today, I don't know, he is a man. He's a senior man now. He's a man. Because the incident is 32 years ago, he is a man. But the respect, I don't know where is he. But the respect I had and I have for him, I cannot tell you, children. So this is the lesson I got from him. Teacher, student, it is not that knowledge is transacted in one way. Teacher to student, it's never like that. It may be the other way around, student to teacher also. So teachers also learn from students. So the transaction of knowledge happens in both the directions. I hope, children, you like this. And with this, I will end today. I'll come up with another one in the next day, in the following. Keep on checking my post. I'll keep on telling my experiences one by one, which I really enjoy telling to my children. So, bye bye. Take care.